Stu, congratulations on the victory. You were really made to work hard for that, weren't you?
Yes, against a really well organised team, you know, the big, the strong, the well disciplined. You know, I think it was 5 penalties they gave away. They didn't make errors with the ball and they put a good kick in on the last. They get you to the right end of the field and they can punish you. So, you know, you can't underestimate London. You know, they drew with Wigan and they've run a lot of teams close, and it's always a very, very difficult game to play.
I was just going to say, a very physical battle out there today, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we wanted that. We were a bit to do with that. We wanted to play that way too. So we planned to make it a hard game. You know, but at times they enjoyed the hardness more than we did. So that's a nice lesson for us, really, about getting into fights you can't win in rugby matches. So, but then we changed our tactics and found other gaps and spaces, changed how we play a little bit. And I thought, you know, the last little bit we were unlucky not to score a few more tries.
It was on the score sheet, but it did feel like the field position was very back and forth as well, wasn't there? Wasn't very much action in the middle.
I think the penalties, you know, our 10 penalties had a bit to do with that, Harry. You know, soon you give, you know, that's 10 sets of 6 on your line on this field. You know, when that equates to a lot of possession on your goal line. So you're bound to feel confident and come up with some good stuff. But again, that was our own doing.
And how important was your half-back pairing today? We know Jack Stevens obviously really well, but was it quite obvious that Kai's been training with the likes of Mark Steed, Kay Cust on a regular basis? I
thought it was a difference today with it, you know, just out his leadership, even though he didn't probably flourish in terms of his X's and O's, but how he led the team and how he saw the game out. We got in front, and it was down to him really, and his kicks and his penalties that he took and the decisions he made that saw the game through.
And obviously you want to fix up the points conceded, but there was a lot of times where we were very resolute on our own line, weren't we?
Yeah, I mean, again, they were getting, you know, the penalties, and then there was 6 agains and things like that. So all in all, I can't be disappointed with the resilience we showed. And it was defence that won us the game, to be fair, in the end.
And just finally, we obviously haven't spoke since the club gained the elite academy status, but seeing a player like Jimmy Shields get his debut today is probably a good example of what you guys are trying to build here, and obviously it'll only get better with time.
Someone like Jimmy Shields, I was really happy with him today, and Sean Murray, you know, making the debuts. Even though we haven't really got a pathway that everybody would identify in terms of a Cat 1, we've been really entrepreneurial of how we've developed players and the things that we've done with them to make them better players. So we've had to be magicians at some time to get these players to kick on. So yeah, you know, even though we've no real succession at the moment, it's going to be great when the Cat 1 kicks in after a couple of cycles, but yes, we can do it.